Chapter 6: Mainstream Gayness. Growing up, it is common to look for role models. Any child, regardless of race or creed, observes the world around them to find their place in society. Subconsciously, we learn who we are through watching others. We relate with those who share like characteristics and model ourselves after what we see, but we have no control as to what is shown to us. With regard to race, Eleni Della Matadaki-Janis, Public Opinion and Media Research Coordinator for the Opportunity Agenda in New York, reports, when media producers in journalism and popular culture media like movies, television series, and video games are mostly white, chances that young people will be humanized and fully represented are slim. She goes on to say, you see few images of Black men and boys being good students or being good fathers. There are really fewer images of men in those roles compared to reality. It's not just the news coverage. It's also every type of media, but also in entertainment media, including video games. They all do a good job at using negative images of Black boys and men for entertainment. When certain images are instilled at a young age, the unhealthy result is ambition limited to stereotypical and social standards. For some, it is easier to fall into a slightly relatable stereotype than it is to understand one's uniqueness and ability to succeed. Homosexuals are not limited to occupations in fashion or design, and like all sects of people, possess a cornucopia of important skill sets. Just as when the media depicts race in a shadowed light, individuals must not base their sexual identities on society's stereotypes. What the media has to say about homosexuality. Media's portrayal of homosexuality has varied. Because of politics and social aggressions, homosexuality has been seen in a more favored light in the more recent years. However, common stereotypes are often showcased. Gay men are seen as overly flamboyant, bold, and promiscuous. Upholding cliches such as these only promote homophobia and poison gay youth with limiting outlooks on self-worth. In fact, it is a popular belief that gays should be removed from all children's entertainment. For example, when Ellen DeGeneres came out of the closet in 1997, sponsors such as the fast food establishment Wendy's pulled their advertisements. LGBT people are still highly distorted in the media. Progressive television shows such as Will and Grace and Modern Family commented on gay stereotypes, but still told the sugar-coated stories of rich gay white men and rarely dealt with extinguishing gay myths, especially within the minority community. Television series like Orange is the New Black have brought transgender characters into mainstream, including Laverne Cox's role as Sophia Bursette, but have failed to spotlight LGBT issues as a whole. Gay stereotypes often portrayed in the media. Number 1. Having a lisp or a limp wrist is often a stereotype associated with gay individuals. Seriously? There is no scientific connection between having a limp wrist and being homosexual. Number 2. Gays are more promiscuous and sexually careless than heterosexual people. Seriously? While the common retort is that men tend to be more sexual than women in general, everyone gets down and anyone can engage in high-risk sexual activity. Number 3. Bisexual men just can't admit they're gay. Seriously? Sexuality is fluid, and desires of a particular gender increase and decrease over time. Number 4. Gays do nothing but party and consume drugs. Seriously? Though it has been proven that due to external factors, gay youth are more likely to experiment with drugs, it is certainly not the defining law to being a homosexual. Statistically, gay males are less likely to go to college, yet they are also more likely to receive a degree. Contributions by gays to society. Alan Matheson Turing, 1912 to 1954, considered the British father of artificial intelligence. This computer scientist has changed the world with his model for the home computer. The 2014 historical drama, The Imitation Game, depicts Turing's code-breaking genius, which secured British victory in World War II, as well as his gut-wrenching punishment of chemical castration. Barbara Giddings, 1961 to 2007, credited for the movement to change the psychiatric/psychological professional view on homosexuality as a mental pathology. Barney Frank, 1940, the Massachusetts House Representative who introduced the anti-discrimination ban in housing, employment, and public accommodations. Bayard Rustin, 1912 to 1987, chief organizer of the 1963 March in Washington, where Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his famous speech, "I Have a Dream." Gus Van Sant, 1952, film director, screenwriter, musician, and author. Sant directed such Best Picture nominations as Good Will Hunting, 1997, and Milk, 2008, and has also been nominated twice for the Academy Award for Best Director. Harry Hay, 1912 to 2002, started the Gay Liberation Front. Harvey Milk, 1930 to 1978, one of America's first openly gay elected officials. He is responsible for the gay liberation movement before his assassination. James Baldwin, 1924 to 1987, American novelist, playwright, essayist, poet, and activist. Catherine Lee Bates, 1859 to 1929, American poet and songwriter, author of America the Beautiful, America the Dream, and the story of Chaucer's Canterbury Pilgrims. Leonardo da Vinci, 1452 to 1519, Renaissance man of art, engineering, and science. He designed the first sketches of a helicopter, years before the Wright brothers. Malcolm Stevenson Forbes, 1919 to 1990, publisher of Forbes magazine. Robert Baden-Powell, 1857 to 1941, British Army veteran who founded the Boy Scouts. Sally Ride, 1951 to 2012, America's first female astronaut. Sophie Wilson, 1957, transgender British computer scientist who designed the Acorn microcomputers. Thomas Lanier Tennessee Williams, 1911 to 1983, American playwright and author of A Streetcar Named Desire, Sweet Bird of Youth, and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Truman Capote, 1924 to 1984, outspoken author of In Cold Blood. Willa Marandeas, 1894 to 1943, a member of the anti-Nazi resistant movement in World War II, and planned the 1943 bombing of the Amsterdam Civil Registry Office, which saved many Jews from arrest and deportation to the extermination camps. He was caught and executed after exclaiming, "Tell the people that homosexuals can be brave." Gay slang: bareback, unprotected sex; bear, a large hairy man; bicurious, a man who does not identify as bisexual but has a desire to explore; blowjob, oral sex; bottom, receptive sexual partner; breeder, derogatory term for heterosexuals; butch, masculine lesbian; civil union, an agreement that allows gays some benefits of marriage, but not all; closeted, someone who refused to admit homosexual tendencies; coming out, admitting to the world their homosexuality; crossdresser, a straight or gay man or woman who sometimes dresses in the clothes of the opposite gender; cub, a younger bear; daddy, older financially established gay man; discreet or DL, gay man who keeps the secret of identity; drag queen, a gay man that portrays a separate, often over-dramatized female character; fag, previously defining a cigarette or a bundle of sticks, now is a derogatory name for a gay man; fag hag, female best friend to a gay male; femme, possessing more feminine qualities; feathered, polished and glamorous; fierce, fearless and beautiful; fishy, showing female qualities; flaming, overly gay; fox, slender, slightly fit and attractive young-looking male; F2M, female transitioning to male; gold star, a person who has only exhibited homosexual relations; Jim Bunny or Muscle Mary, a fit homosexual; Has-been, a woman who previously identified as a lesbian. Jock, athletic gay male. Kiki, a social gathering where gossip is exchanged. Lipstick lesbian, a more feminized lesbian. M2F, male transitioning to female. Otter, thinner, hairier gay men. Paz, HIV positive person. Queen, feminine man. Raw, unprotected sex. T, gossip. Trade, a masculine and secretive gay man. Tranny, a controversial word referring to transgender people. Top, penetrating sexual partner. Twink, young-looking effeminate man. Verse, someone who enjoys both bottom and top positions. Wolf, a man that falls between a twink and a bear. Yes, yes, a general sign of approval. Celebrity quote, I didn't know I was a gay icon. I get a lot of mail, but I don't get many bad letters. But I got a woman the other day that was so upset with me because they said, how do you feel about the gay marriage thing? And my answer to that is, I really don't care with whom you sleep. I just care what kind of decent human being you are. I figure all the rest of it is your business and not mine, and not hers, incidentally. Betty White. Just a few gay icons. A gay icon is a figure in the media who is readily embraced and accepted by the gay community. As role models, they often display bravery, glamour, femininity, strength, and sometimes androgyny. These idols have represented a pool of resilience because they are known to stand up against gender norms and exemplify societal overcoming. Anderson Cooper, 1967, an out American journalist and author. He is an Emmy Award winner and hosted his own talk show. The fact is, I'm gay, always have been, always will be, and I couldn't be any more happy, comfortable with myself, and proud. Angelina Jolie, 1975, world-famous actor and producer. She has also made political history. I've realized that being happy is a choice. You never want to rub anybody the wrong way or not be fun to be around, but you have to be happy. When I get logical and I don't trust my instincts, that's when I get in trouble. Bette Midler, 1945. Broadway star, singer, actress, and all-around diva. She got her start performing in bathhouses and has since become a gay idol and star. In 2016, she openly supported the Hamilton audience's reception of Vice President Pence. Anyone who says yay to gay conversion deserves to be booed at a Broadway musical. Despite the way things turned out with the AIDS crisis, I'm still proud of those days. I feel like I was at the forefront of the gay liberation movement, and I hope I did my part to help move it forward. So I kind of wear the label of Bathhouse Betty with pride. Beyonce Knowles, 1981. Accomplished singer famous for her feminist views, she has been embraced by the gay community and is a drag queen favorite. If you like it, you should be able to put a ring on it. We will unite for marriage equality. Britney Spears, 1981. Known for her sexually unapologetic music, she has gained a large fan base, especially within the gay community. A lot of my hairstylists and my beauty team that I work with are gay, so I hang out with gays a lot, and I just think they're adorable and hilarious. Celine Dion, 1968. Beloved Canadian singer Celine Dion has supported the gay community and stated in regards to her child, if he's a gay person, he's not any less of my son. Cher, 1946. Legendary holder of the GLAAD Media Award, Cher represents strength and power within the gay community. Is this true? Marcus Bachman has a Christian clinic where he deprograms gay boys and girls? I'm going to strangle him with my boa. Clay Aiken, 1978. American singer who gained his fame during the second season of American Idol. Aiken has spoken out for gay rights in several campaigns, and he's even run for political office. To imply that as a gay man, I have to speak to gay issues only, or more than anything else, would be the same as implying that a Jewish candidate should only speak up for the Jewish constituents, or that a Black candidate should only speak up for Black constituents. Coretta Scott King, 1927 to 2006. Wife of Martin Luther King Jr., Coretta has shown her support for gay rights throughout her life. By comparing the LGBT struggle to the civil rights movement, she made history by allowing room for lesbian speakers, despite homophobic tensions during rallies and debates. Homophobia is like racism and anti-Semitism and other forms of bigotry in that it seeks to dehumanize a large group of people, to deny their humanity, their dignity, and personhood. This sets the stage for further repression and violence that spread all too easily to victimize the next minority group. Ellen DeGeneres, 1958. Television host, actress, comedian, and writer, Ellen has historically opened a path for artists behind her as she bravely came out on her talk show and became a spokesperson for the gay community. I think they should have a Barbie with a buzz cut. Elton John, 1947. Out and accredited British singer, songwriter, and composer, Elton has gotten involved with many gay issues and vowed to raise gay rights. I know a lot of people, and perhaps especially religious people, will say that David and I should count ourselves lucky for living in a country that allows civil partnerships and call it quits there. Well, I don't accept this. I don't accept it because there is a world of difference between calling someone your partner and calling them your husband. Partner is a word that should be preserved for people you play tennis with or work alongside in business. It doesn't come close to describing the love that I have for David and he for me. In contrast, husband does. A husband is somebody that you cherish forever, that you would give up everything for, that you love in sickness and in health. Until the law recognizes David furnishes my husband and not merely my partner, the law won't describe the man I know and adore. Wouldn't it be a huge source of national pride if we led rather than just followed the currents of history and became one of the first countries in the world to say being married isn't about whether you're straight or gay, but about whether you're human? Harvey Milk, 1930 to 1978, first openly gay politician to hold an elected office in the history of California. Burst down those closet doors once and for all and stand up and start to fight. Janet Jackson, 1948. Janet has spoken out against homophobia and supported gay love ever since she gained her strong homosexual following in the 90s. I don't mind people thinking that I'm gay or calling me gay. People are going to believe whatever they want. Yes, I hang out at gay clubs, but other clubs too. I go where the music is good. I love people regardless of sexual preference, regardless of race. No, I am not bisexual. I have been linked with dancers in our group because we're so close. I grew up in a big family. I love being affectionate. I love intimacy, and I'm not afraid to show it. We fall asleep in each other's arms. We hug, we kiss, but there is nothing beyond that. Because Rene Elizondo Jr. and I broke up, it's like people need some sort of drama, some sort of gossip. Johnny Weir, 1984. Weir is an out American Olympic figure skater and owner of the 2008 bronze. He also created the Johnny and Victor Weir Veronov Scholarship Fund for LGBTQ youth. No mother wants to hear her son say he's gay. Those two words ripped the picture of a daughter-in-law and grandchildren into pieces. I felt sorry for my mom and wanted her to know everything was going to be all right. But then she said, "I don't really care, Johnny, as long as I know that you're going to be happy." Joan Rivers, 1933 to 2014. Comedian, historic talk show host, and gay rights advocate. I hate gay weddings. I'm thrilled about the equal rights thing, but gay weddings are like the war on terror. They go on forever. Gay weddings are a lifetime commitment for the guest. They start at 7 and end in October. Why? Because stereotypes be damned. Gays love parades. Kathy Griffin, 1960. Longtime supporter of gay rights, outspoken comedian, Griffin has hosted many gay events and stressed the importance of equal rights, regardless of sex. I started doing the gay clubs and getting a better response. I find that gay audiences are more raucous, somewhat political, and knowledgeable. Kylie Minogue, 1968. A pop star who considers herself adopted by the gay community, has headlined the Sydney Gay and Lesbian Mardi Gras. I didn't become a gay icon or become popular in the gay community for doing something specific. That happened just because I was being myself. Lady Gaga, 1986. Stephanie Joanne Angelina Germanotta is an American singer and songwriter who has aligned herself with the gay community since her debut. Gaga has made her mark by commenting in favor of several gay issues and has even supported her love to the gay community through her musical lyrics. I just want to be clear before we decide to do this together. I'm gay. My music is gay. My show is gay. And I love that it's gay. And I love my gay fans, and they're all going to be coming to our show, and it's going to remain gay. Anonymous artist, first time. Make sure the mood is right and that this is what you really want to do. Cleanliness is next to godliness, so make sure you're prepared in that way. A good fleet douche followed by a warm water douche until the water you excrete is clean. Also make sure that you have expelled all water from your rectum. Your friends should know and expect that there might be some paint, given this is your first time. If that happens, don't be embarrassed. Just clean up and go from there. My advice is to use plenty of lube. He should also be a gentleman and take it easy. If it hurts, tell him. If it's too painful, don't let him continue. He should understand that as well. I also suggest that you be on top, riding. That way you're more comfortable of what's going on. Just remember to relax. Whatever position you choose, easy does it, a little bit at a time. Don't let him just dog you out. Make sure that you're respected in the end, and enjoy. Your first time can be a great experience or a nightmare. Remember, you call the shots. If you tell him to stop, that's what you mean. Don't feel pressured. Laverne Cox, 1972. First transgender advocate to be nominated for an Emmy, Cox has produced shows and has been the first transgender person to cover Time magazine. When I saw Boys Don't Cry, I was trying to decide if I wanted to transition or not. I remember seeing Brandon Teena killed, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to die. Madonna, 1958. Singer and songwriter who has pushed many boundaries and gained a large homosexual fan base for her support and bravery. You cannot use the name of God or religion to justify acts of violence, to hurt, to hate, to discriminate. Mariah Carey, 1970. Supporter of gay rights. Carey has insisted her music is for anyone that feels different. Just keep believing. I know that's cliché, and it would be typical of me to say something like that. It's almost impossible to say anything, really, except you must be aware that dealing with that in high school is a passing place. You have to stay strong, rely on your true friends, and try to get through it, as opposed to drowning in it. Look at how many people suffered during high school and came out of it a better, stronger adult. That's the thing to focus on. Michael Sam, 1990. First out gay player to be drafted into the NFL. I knew from a young age that I was attracted to guys. Growing up, I didn't know if it was a phase. I wanted to find out who I was. I wanted to make sure to find who I am. Now that I know I'm gay, I am comfortable in my skin. Neil Patrick Harris, 1973. Out actor who has won a Tony and 4 Emmys. Harris and his longtime husband, David Burka, are an inspiring celebrity couple who publicly announced their engagement in 2011 when New York passed the Marriage Equality Act. Being able to live my life transparently does empower me to feel like I can be myself more. It's easier for me to flirt with girls now that girls know that I'm gay. It also makes it a sexier encounter than if I was trying to pretend that I was straight. Oprah Winfrey, 1954. Considered one of the most powerful women in the world, Oprah has fought for equality and battled LGBT issues on her talk show. I've never had a straight couple come to me and say, my marriage is in trouble because of a gay couple living next door. Rosie O'Donnell, 1962. A comedian, actress, and out LGBT rights activist. In 2002, Rosie made headlines when she came out and spearheaded adoption rights for gay parents. I'm not asking that people accept homosexuality. I'm not asking that they believe like I do that it's inborn. I'm not asking that. All I'm saying is don't let these children suffer without a family because of your bias. RuPaul 1960. Internationally famous drag queen and actor, RuPaul has changed the world's views on sexuality. If you don't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love somebody else? Zachary Quinto, 1977. Actor and film producer who came out of the closet in 2011 after the suicide of gay teenager Jamie Rodemeyer. He is quoted, "Living a gay life without publicly acknowledging it is simply not enough to make any significant contribution to the immense work that lies ahead on the road to complete equality." Popular gay movies and documentaries. Paris is Burning, 1990, is a historical documentary which took a glimpse into urban gay and transgender communities. The film served as a raw account of American social views on homosexuality at the time. The Crying Game, 1992, is a dangerous British thriller which tackles gender, race, and identity issues. Philadelphia, 1993, starring Tom Hanks, provides a poignant portrayal of an HIV-positive lawyer facing discrimination and homophobia in the 1980s. The film kicked down mainstream doors as the first Hollywood hit to showcase AIDS and homosexuality. The Adventures of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, 1994, is a comedy that joins a bunch of drag queens on their road trip full of misadventures. To Wong Fu Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, 1995, is a cult classic comedy that portrays the bonds of friendship between three drag queens. Beautiful Thing, 1996, tells the story of two men who meet through a violence encounter but discover love through strange circumstances. The Birdcage, 1996, features an iconic performance from Robin Williams in this sassy remake, which won a SAG Award for Outstanding Performance by a Cast in a Motion Picture. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, 1975, is a cult classic horror musical that became a symbol of gay rights with its cross-dressing star Tim Curry, an over-the-top celebration of sexual liberation. Boys Don't Cry, 1999, winner of Best Film of the Year, is a retelling of real-life transgender man Brandon Teena and the tragedy he underwent to find love. Trick, 1999, is a fun romantic comedy that glorifies one-night stands through sexual misadventures and friendships. But I'm a Cheerleader, 2000, is an indie film that finds a former cheerleader sent to a gay conversion boot camp. The film is known for its controversial depiction of female masturbation and pleasure. Hedwig and the Angry Inch, 2001, is a cult classic musical comedy based around a genderqueer rock star's search for fame and love. Brokeback Mountain, 2005, an adaptation of Annie Proulx's short story, features the epic love tale of two men in the American West. Nominated for 8 Academy Awards and winner of 3, this film challenged the social constructs of masculinity. Anonymous Artist, how did you come out? I came out to my parents when I was young. I can't remember if it was in the 8th or 9th grade, though. I consider myself bisexual, but the fact that I was attracted to boys really bothered me because I knew it was wrong. That's what I was taught at the time by the church. The only people who knew before my parents were my friends in school and my girlfriend at the time. I had also told my lesbian aunt because I needed some advice and moral support. I distinctly remember my best friend being so happy that she had a gay friend, and she took it really well. Anyway, when I told my mother, she broke down into tears, which made me cry. She took it really hard at first. She called my dad over to the house so I could tell him. My dad saw that we were both crying, and he was so concerned because he thought somebody had died. Once I finally told him, he took it so well. He literally said, "Wait, that's all? Y'all got me over here thinking somebody done died." He went on to say that he didn't care who I ended up with, as long as I was happy and lived a good life. My dad just recently passed away this past November from lung cancer, but he has always been supportive of me and what I've done with my life. He was always proud of me for being a straight-A student and going to college, since I was the only one of his kids to ever go, so that was his main concern. I remember that being strange, because I always thought that it would be my dad who wouldn't understand, and my mother who'd be nurturing, but it was the other way around. My mother eventually came around, and to this day she always says that she loves me no matter what. I think that there's still a little unease in hoping I marry a woman, which may or may not happen, but when it's all said and done, she loves me and just wants me to be happy. My mother and I have the best relationship ever. Milk, 2008, a biographical film based on the life of openly gay politician Harvey Milk, depicts Milk's short term in office and eventual assassination. Shelter, 2007, winner of the Outstanding Film Limited Release at the 2009 GLAAD Media Awards, follows two male lovers who struggle against the odds. GBF, Gay Best Friend, 2013, is an independent teen comedy exploring the highs and lows of social stigma that goes along with being gay. Blue is the Warmest Color, 2013, is a controversial international film that explores the sensual coming of age of its 15-year-old protagonist and her older lesbian lover. Boy Meets Girl, 2015, brings the tender coming-of-age romance between a young transgender woman living in rural Virginia and her BFF to the fore in this sex-positive film. Moonlight, 2016, is the first LGBT movie to win an Academy Award for Best Picture. This coming-of-age drama tells the story of a young Black man growing up in Miami and is based on the play In Moonlight, Black Boys Look Blue. Love, Simon, 2018, based on the novel Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens, takes an upbeat and heartfelt approach to coming out of the closet and finding one's identity while navigating high school. The Boys in the Band, 2020, based on the groundbreaking 1968 play of the same name, features dynamic characters played by 9 out and proud leading gay men. The film uses comedy to explore the historical journey of gay life in the public image.